Hey there, folks. Does this make me seem like the laziest blogger in the world, or what? Outside of people in hospital. Anyhow, today what I want to talk about is the dangers of being the first. And now I don't mean the first man to climb Everest or the first man to touch the North Pole with his tongue. What I mean is the dangers of being the genius, the one who takes things to an entirely new level, gives us an entirely new paradigm to look through. I'm talking people like Darwin and Einstein and Freud and lots of other people whose names I can't remember right now. And the thing is, to be that person is great, obviously. As a thinker myself, I would love to be. That's pretty much the highest goal of a thinker in purely selfish personal terms, is to be the one who opens up a whole new paradigm. Oh my God, that's so cool. But this has certain perils to it. Like, when you're that person and you open that new vista, you're the only one there. So there's no one there with you to tell you when you're over applying things a little. And when you've got that rush, the thinker's rush, the theorist's rush of revelation, where suddenly things make a lot more sense and everything seems to line up, and there's this incredible sense of clarity and vista, horizons just boom, opening up in front of you, and you're the only one there, so they're kind of yours. What inevitably happens is that you will end up over applying your new theory and using it to explain things it really shouldn't. And this will happen even if you start off with a certain degree of, proper scientific or other, philosophical restraint. Because the thing is, if you're that genius, once you begin getting recognition, you become an official smart person in people's eyes, a genius, in the eyes of the public, and they will start asking you all kinds of shit. And you'll want to give answers. But even if you manage to avoid that, there is still the temptation to think, because you see so much more now, you see everything. And because of that, and again, because there's no one there in this field to tell you you're wrong yet, you will theorize and theorize without any restraint. Which means you're going to say a lot of things that end up not to be true, or that are true but are vast overgeneralizations, or that are true but easily misinterpreted by others, and so they end up with a bad reputation. The list goes on and on, Nietzsche. And what then happens, right, is that, history moves on, and it won't take long for some young gunslinger to want to be the one who takes you down. And it won't be hard, because you've said a lot of stupid shit. You've said a lot of dumb stuff that it will not be that hard to knock down. And so society and the way it churns will inevitably cast you down, because while you're still alive and famous and respected and all that, your name alone will make people afraid of challenging you. And once you're gone, either literally or just gone from the public eye, your people are going to poke holes, and you don't seem infallible anymore. Even when you were famous, it should have been fairly obvious that you were quite a lot less than infallible. People will give you that aura of infallibility whether you want it or not. This is especially a problem with scientists. And so you end up your legacy will go through the same cycle as everyone else does, which is where they build you up and they tear you down. Then maybe the generation after the one that tore you down will build you back up to something like your right amount of stature. Because then, of course, they'll be rebelling against the people who tore you down. And only then, after a couple of generations have gone through, will your legacy be at somewhere commensurate to where it actually should be. Only then will it achieve its true value. Odds are, you won't be there to enjoy it. Well, that's all for me for tonight, folks. I will talk to you nice people again tomorrow. Bye-bye.